Okay, so what I want to do is go over the market, like outlook of what I can see. It is Saturday. I can't close my trades yet, which is annoying to pass phase two and get funded on my second 20K account, which is very frustrating. But let's just go through roughly what I'm seeing. So on the left-hand side, let's just change this to what it's meant to be, is the DXY, right? DXY in the daily time frame. And the right-hand side is going to be obviously the DXY again, but let me just go through the different pairs and we can see what roughly I can see what's going on. At the moment, I am doing retracement trades, so they are slightly higher risk because I'm going against the overall trend. But hopefully, as we go through this video, you'll be able to see roughly what I'm seeing and what I'm trying to do. So on the DXY, let's go to 8 hour time frame and let's have a look at what I'm seeing. So basically, as you can clearly see, we are in bullish structure. So I am only trading this downwards push to this point of interest. For me, this is an 8 hour area of demand. So I have an alarm here, so I'm aware when price gets in here, I should be getting out of my sells again, well, sells the dollar and looking to buy Aussie, New Zealand, pound, euro against the dollar. Okay, and I should be looking to sell USD CAD, USD Swissy, etc., etc. Right? So, sorry, buy USD CAD, USD Swissy. That makes sense. I might have said that completely wrong, but let's just go with what I'm trying to do here because I'm getting all confused and flustered myself. So, I am looking to buy the dollar when it gets to this area of demand. At the moment, I'm shorting the dollar, and I'll explain more when you see my trades. So what I'm really seeing is there's not really a lot of action here on the New Zealand dollar. Again, I really want price to be up here to looking for sales. Price is already down here, hasn't really retraced. So for me, New Zealand dollar, nothing going on at the moment, nothing for me to get excited about. Aussie dollar, I was in a sell, but I can see a push back up potentially purely because I'm seeing potential shorts on the dollar. So if there's shorts on the dollar, I'm seeing potentially buys on the Aussie dollar, but again, it's not. I'm not buying now, right? This is just one of my trades that I did and I closed. But what I can see is potentially price. Let me just move that because I'm not in the trade anymore. I can see price potentially moving higher, maybe to here and then go down when the dollar pushes further down, or price could react here. But at the moment, because I'm seeing sells on a dollar, I want to see buys on a dollar before I start to look for another sell on the Aussie dollar, if that makes any sense. So at the moment, nothing that I'm technically in. At the moment, I'm sitting on my hands waiting to see what's the best move for the Aussie dollar, just because we have multiple areas of supply where price could potentially react to. And I wouldn't be surprised if price wicks above this high, then starts to sell. But time will tell. At the moment, I'm not looking for sales on this just yet because I need the DXY to be an area of demand for me to look for that. And then I need price action to confirm, yes, okay, now we're selling again on the Aussie dollar and going with the overall higher time frame trend. GU, I'm in a cheeky buy purely because I'm seeing shorts on the dollar, right? Overall, I'm bearish on GU, right? I want to sell from points of interest. The point of interest I'm really interested in is this daily point of interest up here. If I go to the weekly time frame, you can see roughly where this breaker structure line is here. We could be potentially playing into that. And again, roughly this line. So when price gets up here, I'm going to be very interested. I will be trailing my stop loss into profit if price gets this high. At the moment, my stop loss is still down here. And I'm just going to be very cautious, okay? Because again, this is overall bearish trend. I'm playing the dollar retracement. So I'm looking for a cheeky buy up to an area of supply to continue the overall bearish trend and sell to the downside. That's roughly what I'm looking at on GU. EU price is already kind of in this area. I feel like it's going to push up a little bit higher. If I go to the 8 hour time frame, you can see this is an 8 hour point of interest. I already have an alarm set for this area. So when price gets in this point of interest, I want the dollar to be in that point of interest over there. And if I get confirmation of bearish price action playing out, then I'll be looking to sell EU in this point of interest only if the DXY is in its point of interest. Again, show me price action confirmation that it wants to continue higher from that point of interest. Okay, so at the moment we aren't in any point of interest on either side for the dollar or the euro. So again, I'm doing nothing with this pair. And when I got in for the GU buy, EU was already up here. So there wasn't really a place for me to place a cheeky buy to the point of interest like I am doing for the GU. So the GU is just lagging slightly behind EU at the moment. So all I'm doing now is waiting for a price to get my point of interest. And again, same for the DXY. Again, this is why I use the DXY for my bias. It's because it kind of tells me what I should be doing on the opposite pairs against it. Moving on to USD CAD, I am in for a sell price. I had a pending up here because I thought, oh, price is going to come up into this point of interest because it has left such a gap. But then I didn't realize it was going to trigger me in on that day. As you can see, this was my pending. Price came up, literally just triggered me in and then sold off. So what I'm expecting or what I think is going to happen is potentially price may again retrace back up to here and then push down. But again, I'll only be doing that if the dollar is still selling off. If I can see the dollar moves down, and obviously this moves down and gets into that point of interest on a DXY, I will probably be closing this trade and then continuing to go long on the DXY. So again, this sell only came out of me purely seeing the DXY having a slight retracement off. So I'm playing the retracement on the DXY because as you can see, we are clearly in a bullish trend. Pushed higher, broke structure, retracement, and then again, I'm thinking something like that. So this is purely just me trying to get past phase two on one of my accounts, going against the overall trend, but playing a retracement on the higher time frame to potentially get a few extra percentages, get that pass again, and then hopefully get the long high time frame play from hopefully this point of interest down here. But again, time will tell. It's Saturday, and we'll see how the markets open Sunday night, early Monday morning. USD Swissy, again, I am playing the retracement play, going with a DXY. We are clearly in bullish structure here. I'm looking for buys, but buys from a logical point of interest. This is my demand zone down here where I expect price to potentially retrace to. Because again, clearly we are bullish, broken structure, retracement, and then move higher. Now, price doesn't have to retrace this far. Again, that's why I'm looking at the DXY, seeing their zones to potentially see where price could react from. If I draw the fib level, right, we already hit the 50% mark. I'm potentially thinking price is going to get to the 0.66% mark. And then I'll be keeping a close eye on my sales on USD CAD and USD Swissy and buy on GU to see, okay, should I be getting out the trade right now? Is price going to consolidate and then shoot up? Either way, my stop losses will be trailed to reduce my risk, and I will definitely be moving stop loss into profit when possible. Okay, so again, all of these trades and setups are based on the retracement of the DXY, so I am going to be keeping a very close eye on it and see what happens. And UJ, nothing really. It hasn't really done anything. I'm not interested in it at all. It's just not catching my eye one bit. So again, these are all my trades. Quick recap. NU, nothing. AU, I'm potentially thinking price is going to push higher, but again, time will tell. I'm no longer in this trade, so it doesn't matter. GU, in for a cheeky buy to a point of interest, keeping a close eye on the DXY. EU, nothing. Again, waiting for price to get into my point of interest for the area supply to continue to the downside. But also, when price gets in that area, I need price action to play out to confirm that I want to sell. USD CAD, again, keeping a close eye on the DXY to see what it's going to do. But hopefully, price opens up and we keep going bearish. And I can get a nice close on that and then pass phase two. USD Swissy, again, in a sell, hoping price opens up, closes bearish, and we get a nice continuation to the downside to the DXY down here, and nothing on USD JPY. So that is the market outlook, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, but overall, I am playing a retracement on the DXY to a point of interest, and that is why I'm in the trades that I am in. If you like it, let me know. I'll see you on the next one.